Hey, what's up guys? Joker here. Today we're finally going to get to take a look at the system requirements for Star Wars Battlefront. We got the beta coming on Thursday this week, the open beta for everyone, all platforms, so be sure to check that out this weekend, definitely, so you guys can get hands-on with the game and see if you like it before it does come out in November, so you can make a more well-informed buying decision. And I'll, of course, be bringing you guys my thoughts on the beta as well over the weekend and the performance of it and all that stuff. So if you guys want to see the performance review when the beta goes live on Thursday, show me by sticking a thumbs up on this video down below. But we're going to go ahead and jump now into these system requirements here. So looking at the minimum system requirements, you can see they are saying you're going to need a 64-bit operating system, so really nothing changing there from BF4. And being that this is on the same engine as BF4 and the graphics are pretty similar, they've gotten a little bit better adding in things like the global illumination. It's physics-based now, so it's going to be a little bit nicer. As far as the lighting is concerned, that stuff has gotten a nice upgrade. But thankfully, since Frostbite 3 is so well optimized, you can pretty much expect to get similar performance in Battlefront to what you got in Battlefield 4. So if you know you can run that game, more than likely you can run Battlefront as well. So just switching back over now to the system requirements, 64-bit OS required, processor saying an i3 6300T or equivalent, so you could do this on a dual core, man. This is a really well optimized engine. Memory, 8 gigabytes of RAM they're recommending here for the minimum, at least 40 gigs of space, so it is going to be a big game. That's to be expected. For the graphics card on the NVIDIA side, they are saying a 2 gigabyte GTX 660, and for ATI, they're saying a 7852 gigabyte. That's AMD. They're still calling it ATI. I don't know why. But I could say that those are pretty accurate, I would say, because I played the alpha. I know this past weekend, they had an event, and Digital Foundry was there. They reported how it was running on a 290X at 8 gigabytes of RAM on a 4790 at stock. So, and that was getting like 80 to 85 frames in their videos. So definitely check out their video. I'll put a link to it down in the description below if you guys want to check that out. It's a really great overview of the graphics and everything and how well it was running on the test systems that they used at the event. So coming down here, it is DirectX 11, and they're saying an online connection of at least 512 kilobit, which I think everyone should have at this point. Coming down to our recommended system requirements, though, they are saying a 64-bit Windows 10 or later. Now, I don't think this is going to be a DirectX 12 title. If it is, they haven't announced it yet. I know they were making a push at one point to EA that they wanted to make it a DirectX 12 exclusive, but that had basically gotten shut down. So it's going to be interesting to see if this is going to be supporting DirectX 12 at launch or maybe at a later date. As to why it would actually need Windows 10, not really sure. For the processor, they're saying an i5 6600 or equivalent. So if you're on like Haswell or Ivy or Sandy Bridge i5s, you're going to be absolutely fine playing this game. Even first-gen Intel i7s or whatever, you're going to be absolutely fine. For the graphics card, they're saying a 974 gigabyte or a 294 gigabyte. Now, that's what they're recommending, but that's really over like what you would really need to run this game. If you're running like a GTX 770, you're going to be fine. If you're running, you know, a 280, 270X, you're going to be absolutely fine running this game at 1080p. Yeah, you're going to need more memory. You're going to need a better graphics card if you're looking to do, you know, 144 hertz or 1440p or 4K, something like that. You're probably going to need a little bit beefier of a GPU, but for standard 1080p, 60 FPS gaming, even at ultra in this game, these cards are definitely overspec'd by a little bit, so you could probably knock that down a couple card versions to really get what you would actually need just to get 60 FPS maxed out, because it's just a well-optimized engine. Back to what I said before, if you can run BF4, you could run Battlefront. DirectX are saying 11.1 compatible video card or equivalent, so they're not listing DirectX 12 there. So, and also 512 kilobyte per second or faster. So that's the system requirements there. I think they're pretty decent. Although on the recommended, at least I would say that they're over-recommending, which is definitely better than under-recommending, like we've seen in some games. So it's like at least being forefront honest about that. But on the test systems, they were also actually using 8 gigabytes of RAM over the weekend, and this is, they're saying, recommending 16 gigs of RAM. Don't know why you would need that if 8 gigs was more than enough for a test event, you know, for a press test event where they had all of these systems hooked up playing the game. 8 gigabytes was more than enough, so don't worry about needing 16 gigabytes if you're only running 8 gigabytes, although I'm sure you already know that from playing all these other games that say you need 16 gigs when you really, really don't, because 8 gigabytes is more than enough for a gaming rig, in my opinion. And if you guys want to see me do a gaming rig build for Battlefront, because it's been a while since we've done a build on the channel where, you know, I did do like my recommended parts for a Battlefront build. If you guys would like to see me do that video, you know, you can show by sticking a thumbs up down below or let me know in the comments. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here and maybe do a video for this, for the Battlefront build. It'd actually be fun to look at the parts for that. So let me know what you want me, if you'd like to see that, and I'll catch you guys next time. Ta-ra. Wait, that's Back to the Future. That's not Star Wars. Star Wars is what is it? That's Imperial Death March, though. What's the title screen on Star Wars? Way too stoned.